modus operandi. My modus operandi, Toastmaster VARUN JAIN.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag, for that funny introduction. So, my modus operandi, the Latin phrase that means the method or way of doing something. So, with that, I would like to wish a very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, in Toastmasters, we do a lot of things, right? We do networking, we do chill out with people, we do gossiping, and we do all sorts of things. So, let me ask all of you, what is the most important thing that we build here at Toastmasters, here at TMND? Anyone would like to answer? Connections,
Network.
yeah, one.
Network.
Again, one. But the most important thing in Toastmasters.
Learning a
Communication
skill in
skills.
which we are not very good at.
Be a
The
leader.
most important thing, yeah, leadership skills, and the most important communication skill, right? So in today's speech of mine, I'm going to be talking about my modus operandi of communication, what all traits I've got in my communication style, and probably what are the takeaways that you can incorporate in your communication style as well. So are we all excited? I need a big thumbs up from all the audience. Right. So the first and the best trait that I have is energy. So I've been in this club over the past 17 months, and nearly in every speech of mine, the evaluation that I receive that I am a very energetic speaker. And I think that energy really helps me in improving one of the most important aspects of any speech, and that is the voice modulation. Because when you have the energy in your voice, you really know where to increase the pitch of your voice and where to lower it down. And if we talk about one of the best speakers here, Toastmaster Shay Saxena. So if you have ever seen his performance on the stage, especially in the offline meetings, the kind of charisma and aura that he has is completely different, and that is primarily because of the energy that he brings onto the table. So the takeaway from this is that you should try to inculcate as much energy as possible in all the performances of yours, because that will really leave a very good impression on the audience, and also improve your performance a lot. Now talking about the second thing, and that is the enthusiasm. Now all the people who know me personally and also who have seen my performances over the past many months would agree that there is no scarcity of enthusiasm in me. I get excited over little things, which really helps me in enjoying and doing things. Doesn't matter how small or big it is, and that thing can be as small as probably just cleaning up my study table before the work in the morning, or also cleaning up my white sneakers before an event so that they look as white as milk. Just kidding. So the takeaway from this is, when you enjoy everything, do everything with absolute passion and show a lot of enthusiasm, the kind of dopamine that is released in your brain after the task is done is unmatchable. So the takeaway is show enthusiasm. Now talking about the third thing, and that is being fun loving. So what used to happen was, I used to be a very nerdy and a very serious guy 3 years ago, and engaging in fun activities used to be a very cumbersome task for me. Because I still remember in my first semester 2.5 years ago, I had gone to a party where we were a group of around 10 to 15 people, and a lot of the people were dancing in a circle on all the Bollywood song that we can imagine. But what I was doing, I was just standing with my hands folded like this, or just roaming around the circle, because as if I have come in a park to have a walk in the morning. But few months later, we had our college fest, the first fest ever, and we had an EDM in the night, in which I danced like anything. And the dancers like me are not particularly civilized dancers, because not a single step of me matches with the exact song lyrics that we have got. And the dancers like me are also symbolized by a particular term. I would like to ask all of you, let's say Toastmaster Tushar, if he's here, or Toastmaster Abhishek. Like the people who are not very good dancers, they have a term that they are known by. Do we have anyone?
Yes, Varun.
Yeah. Can you please answer if you have listened to the question?
The term for not very good dancers.
Yeah. You only told me that.
Don't know.
All right, let me just tell it. And that is the Bharati dancer. Because if you have seen any Bharati in an Indian wedding, they just dance like anything, just jumping around the, circle and just doing crazy steps. Their steps do not make any sense at all, right? And if I talk about my friends like Toastmaster Tushar and Toastmaster Asta, these two are really good dancers, right? Their steps are in alignment with the song lyrics, but my steps are completely opposite. So the takeaway from this is that just do crazy things and just do things which you have not done before, because the kind of satisfaction and the fun that you'll have after undertaking that task will be much better than the satisfaction that you are having right now of not being judged by people. Now talking about the fourth thing, and that is motivated by relationships. So I absolutely love relationships, doesn't matter whether it is romantic or non-romantic. And when you are motivated by relationship, it is clearly evident from your communication style. Because let's say you are holding a leadership position in Toastmasters and a new TMND has just come to ask you something, right? So if you just end the conversation by just answering that question, that does not leave a very good impression of whether you are trying to build a conversation or not. But if I talk about myself, so I was just talking to a new TMND a few days ago, and though my job was to only guide her for that role, but we talked a lot regarding our lives, So that really shows that you are trying to build long-term connections here, long-term relationships that, that can really help you in your Toastmaster journey. So the takeaway from this is that try to build relationships, because ultimately relationships is the most important part of our life. So the fifth trait that I have is probably a very fast pace, right? And I just got to know this, when you probably speak a bit fast and also loud, that can also sound impulsive at times. So I am trying to incorporate this thing to just speak a bit slow, give pauses, and adjust the pitch of my voice as when the audience is younger or senior to me, right? So taking a glimpse of all my traits, the energy, the enthusiasm, the fun loving, the motivated by relationships, and the fast pace, I had gone to Toastmaster website to discover my communication style. And this is what I got as a result. I would just like to present my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah, so as you can see, my communication style is initiating, because a lot of traits in this communication style matches with mine. And I would just advise all of you to go to Toastmaster website and discover your communication style. That will really help you a lot. That was all from my side. Back to TM Modi Toastmaster Anula. Thank you.